pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome to tonight's Planning Board meeting. Please be aware of the fire exits. In the event of an emergency, please move in a calm and orderly fashion down the stairs, and please do not use the elevator. Meeting notes are taken by the secretary for the purposes of a record and minutes, so please identify yourself each time you come to the podium, and please speak into the microphone. The meeting minutes are not intended to be a verbatim record, but only indicate the sum and substance of the proceedings. The meeting tonight is being recorded by CAT Department and broadcast on Spectrum Channel 1303. The board will follow the items in the order as they appear on the agenda, with copies of the agenda near the door. After the case has been called, the applicant or agent will come to the podium, present their case. During that time, the planning board members will have the opportunity to question and comment on the case. For a public hearing case, the chair will open the case, and both of the meetings tonight are public input, in which anyone wishing to speak regarding the case may come to the podium, state their name and address, and direct their comments to the board. Once all public input has been received, the applicant and or agent will be given an opportunity to respond to the public input. Once all the public input is complete, the chair will close the public input and the board will move forward onto a decision. No further input is allowed at this point. We can go ahead and call the first agenda item.
Thank you, Mr. Acting Chair. First case on the agenda is case number PB 2024-07-01, request by Image 360 Rochester, acting as agent for Episcopal Senior Life for signage approval to install a new non-illuminated sign on premises 65 Brower Road in an R5 residential district.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having me. My name is Deb Herb. Again, I work for Image 360. I reside at 810 South Washington Street in East Rochester. I'm requesting your approval to install a double-sided aluminum post and panel ground sign at the main entrance of Ellen's Place at the 65 Brower Road address.
Great. Does the board have any questions?
I have a note that there was going to be some zoning board approval.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
I
I'm
have
hearing
a
you.
note that we were going to need a zoning board approval. Is that still accurate?
Yes, and if we were to move forward tonight, I would
Put that as a condition?
have a condition that this would have to have that approval as well. Just for the folks at home, I'm going to just hold this up. This is what the sign would look like. Is there any other questions from anybody? I'm going to ask a couple just to clarify the record from what we talked about on the workshop.
Sure.
This sign is not to be illuminated,
Correct.
and you're not removing any foliage
Correct.
Or
We're not
any-
removing any trees or anything on that line.
to do that. And the seeking relief from the zoning board is the setback, is my understanding.
That is correct.
Great. I have no additional questions. I do have one comment, and I mean that if, I hope the applicant is actually watching, that maybe they can take a look at the windows along Brower, and I know it has nothing to do with this application, but just a reminder to them.
I'll make sure that I pass that along.
Great. I appreciate it. Does anybody else have anything? You can go ahead and take a seat.
Okay, thank you.
I'm now going to open up the public hearing. Is there anybody who would like to say anything about this wonderful sign? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. This is a type 2 for seeker. It's an unlisted action. And I would go ahead and entertain a motion unless anybody has any further comments or questions about this case.
I'll make a motion to
Great.
approve conditioned upon the variance, obtaining the variance from the ZBA.
Great. And is there a second?
Second.
David?
Second.
Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? It is passed with the unanimous of everybody attending today. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Next case on the agenda is case number PB 2024-07-02. Request by Sano approvals to update existing building signage, freestanding signage, canopy, and dispenser signage on premises 2075 Eastridge Road in a C Business District.
Is there anybody here for that case? I'd like to just suspend the order at this moment, reopen this case if the applicant does come forward, and maybe take a look at the minutes that we were presented and go ahead and do those approval without objection from anybody? Is that okay? I think everybody's had a chance to review the minutes from February, March, and April of this year, 2024. I would like to go ahead and make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented. Does anybody have any? Can I get a second? Great. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
No opposition. The minutes are approved. And I know that we'll be doing some other minutes as we move forward with other dates. And I appreciate staff's hard work on getting us those minutes, and I know that staff appreciates them being done. I'm open to suggestions on what we want to do with the Sunoco case. I'm not comfortable moving forward with this because we didn't even have him at workshop. So without the applicant even at workshop, I'm not so sure how serious they take the approval process. So I would like to go ahead and adjourn the case unless somebody else has any strong feeling one way or another. We'll keep everything open, including the public hearing. So on a motion to adjourn, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I'm sorry, to adjourn this case.
Case. Yes, I'll second.
Dan? All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any other business for this board tonight?
No, sir.
On a motion to adjourn, we will adjourn at 7:09. Thank you, everyone.
Record